أهلا بكم. استخدام روسيا لبيلاروسيا كمنصة أخرى لحربها على أوكرانيا يهدد نظام لوكاشينكو الذي بات يواجه معارضة متزايدة في الداخل وانتقادات وتضييقا من الخارج أيضا. المشهد ليس متكافئا بالنسبة للرجلين، فإذا كانت الحرب قد تساعد بوتين على إحكام قبضته على المشهد السياسي الروسي، إلا أن جنونها قد يطيح بلوكاشينكو والهدوء الهش المفروض بالقوة وبمساعدة موسكو بالتأكيد. استطلاعات الرأي التي أجراها مركز الأبحاث شاذم هاوس أظهرت أن أكثر من 55% من مواطني بيلاروسيا يعارضون الحرب، كما يعارضون استخدام موسكو لبلادهم من أجل إرسال القوات العسكرية وإطلاق الصواريخ على أوكرانيا. مؤخرا زار الرئيس الروسي فلاديمير بوتين مينسك والتقى نظيره البيلاروسي ألكسندر لوكاشينكو في زيارة تعد الأولى منذ 3 أعوام، وفيه الكثير من الرسائل لكييف والغرب. فماذا طلب بوتين من لوكاشينكو وهل يستجيب الأخير؟ نناقش ذلك مع ضيفتنا من ليتوانيا زعيمة المعارضة البيلاروسية سفياتلانا تشيكانوفسكايا. أولا أهلا بك في أخبار الآن. في البداية سيدة تشيكانوفسكايا، اليوم تغير الوضع في أوكرانيا وثمة تراجع روسي، كيف تجدين مسار الحرب اليوم في أوكرانيا؟
This awful war in Ukraine affects not only Ukrainians but also the whole world, I would say, and Belarusians, of course. I'm sure that Ukrainians will win because we see how democratic world has been united around Ukrainians at the moment and help them as much as possible. And but of course the fate of Ukraine and fate of Belarus are interconnected, intertwined, and we in Belarus understand that without free Ukraine there will be no free Belarus, but also vice versa. Without free Belarus there will be constant threat to Ukraine, to our other Western neighbors. So Belarus is part of this regional crisis, and this crisis should be solved in complex.
نعم سيدة سفياتلانا، بعد زيارة بوتين الأخيرة على بيلاروسيا ليس واضحا حتى ما طلبه من لوكاشينكو. برأيك ماذا لو انصاع لوكاشينكو إلى دعوة بوتين للانخراط بالحرب، وكيف يمكن أن يؤثر ذلك على التوازن في الجيش البيلاروسي؟
So I think that Putin is coming to Minsk to support subjectivity of Lukashenko and to, of course, to drag Belarus more into the war. But the question is that you can't drag people into the war who don't want to be dragged. And as you know, our Belarusian military officers, our soldiers don't want to fight against Ukrainians or to be used as cannon fodder in this war. So just even in case they are given this order, I'm more than sure that our Belarusian soldiers would defect, would change sides, would escape participation in the war, but they don't want to, as I said, to die for the ambitions of two usurpers. But of course, our infrastructure, our land is continuing to be used as launching pad for attacking on Ukraine. 86% of Belarusian people don't support participating of Belarus in this war, so it might cause this decision might cause defection of military officers, of people from nomenclatura, and of course Lukashenko is afraid of this destabilization of the situation. I would say that it might be even political suicide for Lukashenko if he make Belarusian army to participate in the war.
إذا أردنا أن نوضح ذلك أكثر، كيف سيكون المشهد إذا أجبرت القوات البيلاروسية على عبور الحدود إلى أوكرانيا؟
Of course, Putin can order Lukashenko to participate more, but Lukashenko knows that there are no anti-Ukrainian moods among Belarusian soldiers, and it could be epic fail if Belarusian troops would be sent to Ukraine, and then they will change sides, they will defect. Just imagine how will Lukashenko look like in front of Putin, that he can't control his army. But I think even if some quantity of Belarusian troops would cross the border with Ukraine, Belarus might become a pariah, the same as Russia, to the rest of the world, because people in the democratic world know that Belarusian people and Lukashenko's regime are two different things. That Lukashenko is collaborating in this war, but Belarusian people are opposing to the war. But of course, in case of participation, the attitude to Belarus might change. But of course, our task is to prevent Belarusian army from participating in this dreadful war.
نعم. هل تعتقدين أنه من الممكن أن يقول الجيش البيلاروسي لا لرئيس بيلاروسيا إذا ما قرر الموافقة على طلب بوتين؟
It's difficult to say because they are military people, and if they are given such order, they maybe should fulfill it. Because in case they deny, they will be repressed, their families will be repressed. But again, as I said before, if our soldiers just cross the border, they would have the way out of the situation. They could, tell to Ukrainian soldiers that we don't want to fight and we are going to fight with you. So it will be absolutely different development of the situation.
سيدة سفياتلانا، هل من الممكن أن يؤدي انشقاق الجيش البيلاروسي ورفضه المشاركة في الحرب إلى تشكيل ربما جيش للمعارضة البيلاروسية برأيك؟
I think that in Belarus it's might be impossible because the level of repressions in Belarus is too high. But obviously that Lukashenko is afraid of such military regiments that are fighting on the side of Ukrainians at the moment. And he also knows that Belarusian soldiers could turn against him in different forms, in disobedience actions or strikes in the army, and he prefers this stability based on violence and repressions. So we are communicating to the soldiers inside Belarus. They don't want to fight, but will they be able to organize this resistance inside Belarus? It's a huge question, because it's very difficult to do something visible in Belarus at the moment, because those powers who are supporting Lukashenko, KGB people, OMON, they are, it's like a country of lawlessness. They can do anything with any person, and Belarusian soldiers might be afraid of such kind of organizations.
نعم. أعلنت سابقا أنكم لستم فقط معارضة بل أيضا حكومة منفى. هل ذلك قابل للتطبيق، وماذا حققت تلك الحكومة في المنفى حتى الآن؟
In August 2022, we launched the anti-transitional cabinet, and the cabinet was created to stop violence and lawlessness in Belarus. The crisis started because Lukashenko refused to talk to people and chose to rely solely on violence. The fourth dimension, the cabinet has been added to deal with the threat to our independence. We all realize that independence cannot be defined with the declarations only. And the cabinet work on establishing ties with foreign government, but also strengthening presence in Belarus, coordination between political actors and the civil society. So we show our unity with creation of this cabinet, and we are working together on fulfillment of different of our plan.
أخيرا، في الأسابيع الماضية أعلن نائب الرئيس الإيراني محمد مخبر أن طهران ومنسك ترسمان خارطة طريق لتطوير العلاقات الاقتصادية والتجارية. ما برأيك نتائج ذلك التصريح؟
It's very dangerous situation, because as we hear from our inside informers that production of Iranian drones can be organized in Belarus. and of course it's only gossips, but it will be very bad for Belarus, for Belarusian people. We are already seen sometimes as aggressors in this war, and if such equipment will be produced on our country, it will become our situation even worse.
زعيمة المعارضة البيلاروسية سفياتلانا تشيكانوفسكايا، كنت معنا من ليتوانيا، شكرا جزيلا لك.